right, things have took another severe turn for the worse for Diddy. Now, his former head of security, Roger Bonds, is coming out telling everybody what he witnessed between Cassie and Diddy. Let me tell you, it's not good at all for Diddy. As a matter of fact, this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. So let's get to the story today. So earlier today, right, Mr. Roger Bonds put this on his IG, put, "This is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it for two reasons only. First," right, he goes on to say, "first, because I have four daughters. So on all dues, my truth as I seen it, saw it, and was involved with it." Right. Now, according to the affidavit, right, he's pretty much saying, and I'll go through it with you guys, that he witnessed and stopped at least a couple of times or a few times where he had to stop Diddy from beating Cassie down. Now, and the information that we have here, right, in January of 2009, after Mr. Combs learned, this is all alleged, right, that Miss Ventura, who is Cassie, spoke to another music manager at a party in Los Angeles, he became enraged, so he had hope. She pretty much had hope that speaking with the manager would allow her to go further in her career. But Mr. Combs was not happy after she thought he would be happy. But instead, right, he became extremely angry and pulled her out of the club where the party was taking place. Now, line 67. In the car leaving the club, Mr. Combs beat Miss Ventura, pushing her into a corner of the vehicle and stomping on her face. Mr. Combs' security staff, Roger Bonds, tried to stop the beating but was unable to de-escalate the situation. When the car arrived at Mr. Combs' residence, Miss Ventura attempted to run away, but Mr. Combs followed her and proceeded again to kick her in the face. My God. Now, Miss Ventura was bleeding profusely and was ushered into Mr. Combs' home, where she began to throw up after the assault. Now, upon recognizing the damage he had done and the physical evidence of the abuse, Mr. Combs panicked and forced his staff to bring Miss Ventura to the hotel suite at the London Hotel in Los Angeles, where she was required to stay for a week. Now, during the stay, as her injuries from the beating began to heal, Miss Ventura began to fully realize that Mr. Combs' tremendously low network not only knew and witnessed the assault, but also, weren't willing to do anything meaningful to stop Mr. Combs' behavior. She recognized she was powerless and that reporting Mr. Combs to authorities would not alter Mr. Combs' status or influence, but would merely give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her or inflict more pain on her. Now, back in 2015, allegedly, Miss Ventura spoke to a popular music manager after a party at a hotel in a Las Vegas suite. Now, Mr. Combs saw her speaking to the manager and sternly told her to step into the bedroom at the adjoining suite. In the bedroom, Mr. Combs beat Miss Ventura severely. She ran from the corner to the other room, trying to avoid Mr. Combs, and the beating and kicking continued. When she tried to lock herself in the bathroom, they're saying he pushed through the door, punched and kicked her where she was curled up under the toilet. Her screams were supposedly drowned out by the loud music playing outside the hotel suite. So nobody heard her at that time because the music was on right now. When Mr. Combs, head of security and assistant, saw Miss Ventura outside after the assault, they began to cry. They said that Miss Ventura had two black eyes, a burst bruised lips, and a huge welt on her forehead. Now, man, this is disturbing, I should say. Groundbreaking is the wrong word. Disturbing. But it's like this. When you start to see people start to come out now corroborating the story, you have to start thinking, man, is there some truth to this? Or is this whole thing just true? And I have to ask myself the question, what motive does this man have to lie? Like, why would he want to come out and lie about this? Now, what happens, I'll speak from the other side, right? You're with the biggest hip-hop artist mogul. They the hottest ever. You got a job doing security. You see some foul stuff, right? You ain't saying nothing because you need that job. And you thinking, look, I could probably make a lot more money if I stay with this dude. It's loyalty. Just like you got a family member or a friend. They may do some stuff that may be crazy or illegal, but you're not necessarily going to report them or tell on them because it's your family. So out of loyalty, we kind of turn our eyes or turn our head, our neck away from things and act like we don't see it, right? Even at a job, maybe you got a manager or a supervisor or something that's, you see them do some wild stuff. And it's like, all right, and I ain't going to, that's my homie. I ain't trying to really do that. So if that type of stuff definitely happens. Do you look at the age difference between them? It could have definitely been a lot of manipulation going on there. But then again, on the other side of this, I think we have to look at this as well and give Diddy the benefit of the doubt. As hard as it is, as hard as it's becoming, as more information comes out, what if this all is a lie? I mean, Diddy's team already came out and said, look, this is a money grab situation. People are trying to get money from me. None of this stuff is true. They denied every allegation vehemently. So what if it's that? What if it's somewhere in the middle? Right? So I just think we need to, again, take our emotion. I understand there's a lot of women out there that may have been through situations like this, that may know someone, and they're going to be more sympathetic and more empathetic to another woman going through this. I get it. I concede to that, right? And if he did this, he needs to be punished, right? I'm going to concede to that as well. However, just don't let your emotion overwhelm your intelligence in a situation. Think about it. Look at it. Let's see what's going on. Now, for me, this one kind of pushes the envelope a little bit more. Not off the table yet with it, but it pushes the envelope because, like, man, your head of security is now coming out. Who's going to come out next, right? What about this person? What about that person? So that's all ringing through my head, going through my head. And but again, we're going to continue to cover this right down the middle, be fair, be stern with this, and give it to you, and give you the other side of things, and give you, the truth and the uncensored opinion about the whole situation. But it's not looking good for Diddy. It's not looking good at all for Diddy. By the time this is all said and done, man, he could possibly be looking at some criminal charges at some point if this continues to escalate. Definitely gonna lose a lot of money. We're starting to see the endorsements and stuff dwindle by the day. Macy's pulled him off the website, pulled Shaw John out the store. The tequila company don't want to deal with him no more. I don't know what's going to happen with Revolt TV, but eventually what might start happening is that the sponsors that pay Revolt might start taking back their money and say, look, we don't want to be associated with a brand like Revolt, which can have a trickle-down effect on things like Drink Champs and other things that's underneath it. So we shall see. Diddy's in for the fight of his life. He got enough money and resources to do it, but, hey, he's going to lose a lot of it, and we're going to keep you updated the whole way. Hey, if it's your first time checking out the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell. Select all options. Also, if you enjoyed what we did today, you enjoyed the commentary, hey, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button real quick. Let's get the thumbs up button, going that way. You know what I mean? It's your way of helping out without donating any money. All I'm asking you to do is push a button. And if you got an extra minute, share it with a friend. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Most importantly, leave a comment below. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this one. I'm going to be reading and going back and forth with y'all later on tonight. It's your brother Oga, man. Hip Hop News Uncensored. Hit the thumbs up button on the way out. Peace.